it goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always got a black holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block holes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block holes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Friday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Friday. I hope y'all had a blessed work week. Y'all know the weekend go by fast, but because Friday almost over, child. And y'all know I don't normally come live late. I really don't, but I had nothing going on. My fiance went to a fight, so I said, let me come live for a little bit, child. And I got a little bit of tea in the inbox. So I was gonna share it with y'all. It's just some posts or whatever, but we're gonna go over a few things. But shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Let me see who we got up in here. Plus, these YouTube streets is real dry. It's some drama, but it's dry as far as content. So let's see. Let's see. What's up, Terry Bro? Thank you for putting the disclaimers. Sweet Queen in the building, Mr. Reese. We got, let me see, Tokyo Blues. Miss Darlene, thank you, Sweet Queen, for the super. I appreciate your support, my girl. Key in the building. We got M. Fisher. Miss Kathy, thank you so much for that super. She said, hello, Lupac and chat coming through. Show my support. Been dealing with a DEATH in my family. We'll catch the replay. Definitely will be sending up some prayers for you and your family. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And it don't, I feel like it don't, especially if it's a close relative, it don't, it only gets a little easier with time. That's all I can really say as far as that goes, but I definitely will be praying, and you have my condolences, you and your entire family. So take all the time you need, my girl. Hey, M. Fisher. Hey, Beyond Compare Creations, Miss Patricia. We got, let me see, Miss Darlene. Two Darlenes in the building. Miss Amina. We got, let me see, Miss LaRonda, Miss Whitty, Miss Jackie. We got, hold up. Let's see. Miss Risa Cup. My bad, y'all. It's confusing because at the top of the chat, y'all be, doing y'all farm, y'all saying y'all hellos at the top, so it kind of throw me off because I be expecting to see a bunch of different names, but it be the same name back to back, and I be trying to go through it quick. Let me see. Hey, Miss Michelle. Hey, Christina. Hey, Miss Janice. Child of God in the building. Key. We got Douglas. Miss Deborah R. Miss Shalene. We got Lala the business. Okay. We got Sierra. We got respectfully April. You say, hey, Pocket Chad, taking shots and listening to Pock. Okay. Shout out to you with your shots. Don't get too drunk, girl. Okay. Hey, Martha. Hey, Jana. Paige in the building. Miss Ilka, Latae. We got Kay Brown, Miss Duncan, Miss Cynthia. Key, baby. I don't normally be up here late. Y'all, I'm an early bird. Like, I get in the bed early. Me and my fiance get in the bed extremely early. Because he work a lot. So we always in the bed for at least 8 o'clock. I'll be in the bed like playing on my phone or whatever, but we still in the bed. So but not tonight. I said I'm gonna stay up a little later. Hey Barbie. Hey Tawanda. Hey Miss Angela. Love you more, my girl. Kason in the building. You say it's only 7 p.m. in Cali. Well, it is. It's 9:06 here. That's a 2-hour difference. Okay. Let me see. You say Lupac who's singing. That's one of my friends singing that, y'all. Well, you probably wasn't in here when I said it, but yeah, that's one of my friends. Because a lot of people be like, "Where can I download it?" It's not downloadable, y'all. She just was playing around when she made it, and I've been trying to get her to do. We always got that one friend that got so much talent, but they don't utilize it like they should. She's one of them. Okay, but I need to get her to make me an outro too. Hey, Mr. Wanda, you say it's a holiday on Monday, MLK. Yes, it is, y'all. And then them kids out until Thursday because we supposed to get some snow. So, oh my God, Lord, they finna drive me crazy. Ooh, they just came off a Christmas break. Oh Lord, but anyways, I'm just playing. They gonna meet their people. I can't wait too. She said, I'm coming get them Sunday. Okay, they gonna be waiting too. Hey Mo Better. You say love catching you live. Thank you. Hey Miss LaRonda. Hey Miss Beverly. Miss Sherry say, Lupac, have you noticed Bree don't have on the two baby bracelets that you're to keep on while baby's in hospital? I never noticed that. Thank you for telling me. I never noticed that. Hey, a new touch nail and beauty bar. Mr. Wanda in the building. Danielle. Where you been? I got that nasty throat going on. I need content. School has started back for me. Oh wow. I'm here, Latane. I just didn't come live earlier, y'all, but I'm here now. Okay. You see, I'm still here. And I did put on my community wall that I was gonna be live. I just didn't know the time. So I told you I was coming. It's just late, unfortunately. But y'all don't normally get late lives from me. So, hey. Hey, Sunday. Hey, Shells. Hey, Michaela. Coyote in the building. Miss Steph's puffing stuff. Natia. We got Toya. You said it's been a while. Been working a lot on vacation now. Shout out to you. My sister Jay in the building. Rochelle. Let me see who else. Miss Josephine, Miss Teresa. You say it's 10:06 here. Oh wow. Where you at, Miss Jackie? Hey, Cancer 66. You say what a pleasant surprise. You usually go live when I'm at work. Yay. So do because you be like, how can we please get an evening live? So now you getting a night live. It ain't evening, but it's nighttime. Hey, Miss Glinda. Thank you to Wanda. I just peeped that tonight. Hilarious. Hey, Miss E. Who else we got? Rick Sanchez in the building. That's a new name. He said I never had to wear a bracelet after I was discharged. That's not accurate after discharge. Okay. See, I don't know nothing about that, y'all. Hey, Virgo Goddess. Hey, Miss Stephanie. You say notice that either. Somebody said that they don't have to. So maybe it is a difference seeing as how, it's like a after effect type thing. I don't know, y'all. It's different everywhere. That's why I don't really count on what should be done or what could be done because every state has different rules. So, it's just like I'm in the boot, it's a lot different here. So I don't really look at that. Because I see a lot of people, debating whether something is true or not based on their state, but it's different everywhere. So I don't really, look too much into stuff like that. All right, let me see who else we got up in here. You know what? That's true. I don't recall seeing the hospital braces recently either. Great observation. Hey, Kimberly. If you home, you can take them off. I don't think they home yet. I think they still in the hospital. Hey, Queen Marie. You say no, that's not true. In the hospital, you wear the braces for identification to the babies in the queue. Hey, Miss Judy. Okay, y'all. So if y'all would like to bless my channel monetarily, you can cash out me $, Lupac1. You can also buy me a coffee. You can also support by getting a super chat or a super sticker. Shout out to the ones that already got it, before I even came in here. If you don't like buying the supers, you can also support by hitting that like button, baby. It's free. Okay? Free. One or the other. At least hit the like button because that's free 99, child. You can also show support by getting a membership. Shout out to all the new members. It's a lot of exclusive content over there to keep y'all occupied. If y'all working, if you new on the channel, it's a whole lot of content over there in different tiers. I try to separate the content between the tiers. So I do need to update it. I'm gonna add some more too, because a lot of my stuff I'm about to, as time progresses, I'm constantly having more and more content. So I'm about to start adding more to members only. Thank you, Miss Glenda, for the super. I appreciate your support. Love my kids dearly. Say I'm a NICU mom, my baby 5 now. I had to keep mine on, and I'm in South Carolina. Thank you for that. Hey, Miss Bernadette, same to you. Hey, JB. All right, y'all. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but she Laui ain't really been posting too much on Facebook. Like she posts little videos here and there. She'll go live, randomly. That's just to keep some type of content on her page. But she has been posting a whole lot more on Snapchat for some reason. I don't know why, but it's more stuff over there. Like she been cutting up on Snapchat. So she posted, and shout out to my source that sent me that a little earlier. And this how you know it's something going on with Johnell's baby. Okay, listen. Thank you, Miss Clarice, for that super. I appreciate your support. So she posts, um, all gas, no brakes in 2025. I had to sit out 9 months. It's time. It's go time. Ready to work with the kissing emoji. And then the next one says, if the energy not reciprocated, bye. Like basically, it's an emoji with the hand on the forehead, like saying bye, see you later. So her and Janash was definitely going through something. But if y'all know, he ain't been reciprocating that energy the whole relationship. So why constantly keep giving him chances? I told y'all, well, which this is known. A baby does not keep a man child. I don't know why. It's not like she don't have the experience. You had 4 kids before he even came into the picture. So you should know all too well that a baby does not keep a man around. Especially when that man is already giving you red flags that he's not keepable. Okay? That's not even a word, but I made it up. He's definitely not keepable. He's never shown you a sign that he's the type of man that wants to be kept anyways. He said he didn't want to get married. He's constantly in other females' DMs. He's constantly doing all kind of crazy stuff, embarrassing you on social media. So at what point do you learn your lesson? Now it's at this point it's like you just got to take your lick. You got 2 more babies added to your roster, and it's seeming like he's not going to be around. He's not. He not. He's showing you early on that, hey, just because you didn't had twins, that don't mean I'm sticking around. And that's what it is. You say he ain't post nowhere but on Facebook about the twins. Why, if he's so money hungry, like she says, that he's not using it for his other social media sites? Well, I remember her saying that he's only monetized on Facebook. So that could be it, Latte. If you remember when she crashed out the last time, she said that he's only monetized on Facebook. But he does post a lot on his other platforms. So that was one of the issues that she had with him, the fact that, he didn't post the babies on his other platforms, because keep in mind, he do all of his dirt on Instagram. That's where he be, because I done got plenty of screenshots of him in these beautiful influencers and socialites, in their chats and stuff like that, baby. Not chats, child. In they likes. He definitely be harding them pictures over there, like bikini photos and all. So he's definitely not secret when it comes to it. And clearly she sees something, because how he be in other people. Well, I ain't gonna say how, because I remember her saying that girls would be reaching out to her and sending her screenshots of him being in a DMs. So when you dealing with, listen, y'all, when you dealing with a ninja turtle like that does not care and is willing to embarrass you, so at least some men, if you a cheater, some men at least try to keep it underground. Like he knows, even though he broke, he still holds a certain status, celebrity status, because he is known in some places due to him playing in Wu-Tang, right? But he just don't have no chill. That's when you know you're not dealing with the type of ninja that she want, a ninja that she could settle down with, and he's not that. He's just not that, y'all. Like, he too promiscuous, too, what's the word? Out in the open, careless. Like he just don't care. He don't care if he embarrassed you. And that also speaks to the lack of respect that he has for women. Because she was the one who came out here and told us that he don't respect women. He's very disrespectful, especially when he drinks, and he don't even respect his own mama. So, and that to me is the biggest red flag of them all. If a ninja don't respect their mom, baby, that is your sign right there to kick rocks. kick rocks. And not just that, he don't even respect her kids. If you got a man that's around you and he's telling you stuff like F you and your children in front of your children, that should tell you something. That alone should have made her that should have been her birth control right there. Anytime a man tell you F you and your kids, or I'ma murk you and nobody gonna find you know what, in front of your kids, like baby, no. That means carry on, okay? Why would you want to have kids with somebody that's telling you those type of things? Even taking games back from your son that he purchased. Indian giver, that is so childish. It's so childish, y'all. Anytime a man do that, because it's one thing for him to disrespect you, but when a ninja start bringing your kids into y'all arguments or fights, that's a whole nother type of immaturity. Okay, like child. So basically, what I'm saying, she knew what she was getting into. Now you ready to pop out and be outside because he's showing you what he been showing you. Basically, he been showing you he wasn't ish. Why did you think that babies would change him? That's the question. That's the question. So are you saying now you gonna pop out and you ready to go be a HOE or 304? Is that what you saying? Because it's easier for men to do it. And they get dapped down, they get champion, they get gassed up. But when women do it, baby, listen, it's not the same. You don't get the same energy when you pop out ready to go be a HOE baby or 304. That energy is not the same. So tread lightly because now you are a mother of six. I understand you want to, give him a little taste of what he been giving you, but it's only so much you can do. Like it's only so much you can do when you going head up against a man, baby. Ooh, child. What y'all think? Let me look at these comments. Let's see. Thank you, Cancer 66, for that cash app. I appreciate your support, my girl. I'm sure gonna give me a Starbucks coffee too. I sure will. I love them things. I like the cold coffees. I have one at least every day, if possible, if I can get to it. Let me go down. Let's see. Let's see. He doesn't care about that girl. He really don't. He really don't. But that's why I said, like, before you have kids with a man, especially if you have kids already and he's showing you he don't care about you and your kids that you already have, 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna care if you have kids for him. Not saying he don't care about his kids, but it's not gonna change nothing. It's not gonna change his behavior. I think he played his role when the birth happened. The little crocodile tears he had in the surgery room and this and that. But I think all that was a front, child. All that was a front because he was on camera, he recorded it, but it still clearly didn't change his behavior because she ready to pop out. That's why she was over there throwing that faja on before it was time. She's trying to snap back quick to use that body, baby. Girl, if you don't focus on them cheering, I'm dealing with that now. My niece and her twins just turned 8 months and he is barely around. Wow. See? Don't change nothing. It don't change. Kids don't change nothing. He will be around. If that man, that's why. But you know what? She can't blame nobody but herself, y'all. Because at the end of the day, you had the option to not procreate with this man, but you still did. He showed you, and that's why I say don't come back on the internet crying about him not being around. Even though we know she will, because she want that sympathy and that validation. But you can't blame nobody but yourself. Because you, before you even got pregnant, you had then came on the internet twice telling us how this ninja was. She did it twice. I have the receipts to prove it. Matter of fact, the one that comes to mind quicker is the receipt from Instagram where she was on that late night live, y'all, and that live is about 50 some minutes long, and I have it in members only. If you want to watch it full, it's in members only. I didn't put it public because she cussed the whole time she was live, child. So I couldn't put that one public. So I put that one in members only. But on that live in particular, She talked up. That was the first time we heard about him being in other females' DMs, and this was over a year ago. That was over a year she did that live, so she wasn't pregnant or nothing. But she was trying to get pregnant at that time. But that's the first time she said that. That's also when the whole booger situation was validated, because at first the whole booger situation first came out with Mixed Styles. Mixed Styles put out some text messages of Laonya saying she didn't think she wanted to date him anymore because he's so disgusting. He plucked his boogers, and he put them on her arm and the walls and listen, y'all, that that was the first time we heard about that. So I'm so weak. Oh Lord, that would have been me running right there. Once you try to pluck a book on my arm on my wall, I'm out the door, baby. Oh Lord, ugh, ugh. I don't know how she did it. Like how? First of all, how could you even come out and say that publicly and then take him back? That is crazy work. I would have never said that because that's embarrassing to you and him. Like you told the whole world this man pick his boogers, be trying to put them on your walls and on your arm, like and be farting everywhere. She said that too. She said he ugly. She said she be having to put gas in his car. He ain't never got no money. He a build the bear. What else she said, y'all? She said a whole she said a whole lot of stuff. And she was telling the truth. She was being honest in that moment, baby. All her grievances with him came out in that live. Him being in other females' DMs really teed her off, okay? But it's just the fact that you came out publicly said that. Not only did she come out publicly to say that, y'all, but she also took him back and she also apologized to him for saying it. Ain't no way in ATLL. Okay, listen. Once I come out and say that, that's a wrap. I wish I would take a ninja back that I done told the whole world he be trying to put boogers on my arm. Girl, listen. Ain't no way. Cause now you got people thinking you like the boogers too. What other explanation is there? You said I heard Booger Boy got another child coming. Uh, I don't know about that. I did hear that a while back. I heard that months back. I can't say that. But it's no proof behind that, y'all. So y'all know one thing about me is I don't care who it is I'm speaking on. I ain't gonna put nothing out into the atmosphere unless I know it's factual. And if I don't know it to be fact, depending on what it is, because I still have to protect myself. But I heard that through the grapevine, but I can't say that it's a fact, because people say stuff all the time. So unless some facts, some receipts come out as far as that is concerned, that's just hearsay. Hey, Freddie. You say he will be around next week when she gets paid. I believe that too. He definitely gonna be around for that check, baby. Cause he gonna get his check and gonna get a little bit of hers too. And he ain't really working right now, if y'all notice. He did the movies, but that boy ain't making that much off of them little Tubi movies. They don't pay that much. Thank you, Miss Dorothy, for that cash app. I appreciate your support, my girl. The Tubi don't pay that much. That man ain't making probably but a couple hundred, if $1,000 for a movie, child. Especially on Tubi. Uh-uh. Every state is different, but all hospitals practice that policy for safety reasons. Have the grandma seen the babies yet? I have no idea. I have no clue because they didn't post her. So that we won't know, y'all. We won't know that unless they show it or mention it. Because I do know that the grandma don't like to be on camera. So I don't know. Yeah, but the content will help him get his coins. I mean, the twins been on payroll since they made it into the world by her. Facts. Facts. And for somebody to say, oh, he don't want them on camera, Jasir, baby Josky, his whole face popped on your last video. He said that baby said, I'm gonna make my appearance by any means necessary. That baby whole face popped out. He like, hey y'all. He said, I want to be on camera too, mommy. In my Johnell voice. Y'all remember when he was trying to talk like the baby's trying to sell that body butter? 50% off, daddy. Make it 50% off, daddy. Oh, Lord. Listen, let me go up. Fuck, I don't think too many of us have histories with Ninja Turtles. I sure don't. Not like that, okay? I ain't never been in a situation with a man trying to use me. I've always been a kept woman, baby. My men took care of me, even now. Like, child, bye. I don't play that. Oh no. Oh, I know my word. I ain't never been insecure. Never had that issue. But it's just the fact, like, especially when you got kids, you gotta be careful of the type of men that you bring around your children. She done had too many signs. It ain't that much validation in the world to where you will settle for somebody who will say certain things in front of your kids. If you ain't strong enough to move on for yourself, at least do it for them, because everything that's around them takes some type of part in their growing up. So they gonna remember that you being a product of your environment is a real thing, and that's all it that everything that's surrounding them is raising them. So she better tread lightly, because she, like I say all the time, they're gonna be in therapy and she gonna be the cause of all their issues. They're gonna be everything they're gonna be telling the therapist gonna be surrounding her and her decisions while they was growing up. And that's not something we want as parents. Like, you gotta do better. Um just one. I just seen one, Simone. Do you think he not around because he don't want to see the kids the way child? I ain't gonna say that, y'all. But he's being himself. Like I said, he showed her who he was before the kids. So I guess she chose not to believe it, and she still proceeded to get pregnant. So it is what it is. This is a prime example of kids do not keep a man around. If a man don't want to be kept, he ain't gonna be kept. And then y'all know she's very codependent. So with the type of lifestyle that he has, he always on the go. That's not something that she can handle. Look how she was when she was with her husband. RH could barely catch a break trying to go out of town for a show or whatever. She need a man that work at Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, the movie theater. She need a man. Let me see. What else? Target, Walmart, uh, Home Depot, Lowe's. She need one of them. That way they could be home every night. Because these industry men ain't for her. She's too codependent. And child, listen, you gotta have high self-esteem to deal with an industry man. Self-esteem has to be very high. You gotta be real confident in yourself. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna be surrounded by women. You got that you have to be able to trust your man. That's another thing. If you have that type of trust and when within your relationships, that's another sign of trauma and you needing to heal, because every relationship you get into, and this ain't just for her, this is for everybody, deserves a fresh start. Now, if you getting into a new relationship and you already causing problems, questioning them, trying to check their phone, that's issues within you, because you should be going into that with a fresh start, unless they giving you a reason for you to question them. And if they giving you a reason, then you need to move along, move right along. But you got to work on yourself before you try to jump into a new relationship, which that's what she did, trying to prove a point to her ex-husband. But child, that point, listen, if me proving a point comes at a cost of my happiness and my peace, that point can go clean out the window. I'm good. She think that having a piece of man is better than no man at all. Okay, y'all better listen to Betty. Y'all better listen to Betty. Betty said it. But no. She too old for that at this point. She got too many children to be having a piece of man. You need a whole man. You need a whole man, 100% man that's gonna be. And listen, he could be a little ugly. Cause guess what? Janash's is a little ugly, and but no, let me not say that because at the end of the day, the ugly ones be smelling themselves too. Look what Johnell doing. The oh, listen, y'all. Oh, y'all know. You would think when they not too good, they not too keen on the eyes. You would think they wouldn't be smelling themselves. But hey, Wu Tang then got to his head. And don't come over to my Pac, you bashing. I ain't saying no more than what Laonya said. She said he was ugly too. When she did that Instagram live, she said he was ugly. She said he was a build the bear. She said he think because he got her that he can get at anybody DM. She said, you ugly when you think because you got me that you can just jump in anybody else DM. So I ain't saying nothing more than what she said, child. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray, Miss Diggs, Key say, but why should he respect her when she doesn't respect her parent or kids? Why a man will treat you according to how you value or present yourself, and that is a whole fact and a half. And I say that a lot. Like men treat you how you treat you. And if they don't, because you do have that type of self-esteem, self-respect, you keep it pushing. But for at least 80 or 90% of the time, a man is going to treat you how you treat yourself. So if your self-esteem high, your self-respect high, you really value yourself, you don't play about you don't play about your kids, that man is going to feed off of that. But if he see your self-esteem is low, you always cussing your cheering out, talking to him any kind of way, and he gonna think he can do that. He gonna feel like he can do exactly what you're doing. And he gonna treat you just how you treat yourself, down and out. And you start showing him you going through his phone or constantly on his back about what he could possibly be doing, and even without a reason, that man gonna give you exactly what you looking for. Prime example. Laughing my ear off. Y'all think y'all know everything. Bless y'all hearts. We don't think we know everything. We know what's out there though. Like we know what's out here. At least 90% of it is out here. What's up, Seahawk? Hey, Miss Vanessa. Let me see. Hey, Miss Dorothy. Thank you again for that cash app, my girl. Hey, Be Rich. Hey, Gracie. Brandy in the building. Miss Pamela. Shout out to y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, you talking about the bracelets? My bad, Key. Listen, I thought you was talking about what we talking about now. You talking about them bracelets. Y'all having a whole conversation in the chat. My bad. I didn't want to intervene. She is Christina. Y'all can get ready. She finna crash. She finna crash. She always give a sign before she do it. If you know, you know. If you've been following along, you know how she operates. She gonna let you know before the volcano erupts. She's gonna let you know, okay? And that was the sign right there. But she said it before a little while ago. They probably had made amends. That was right before she had them babies. She posted on her Facebook. She posted something about still having it, and she said she couldn't wait to have the babies. Keep that same energy. She had them babies. It's up and it's stuck. She posted that. That was right before she had them. Thank you, Miss Patricia, for that cash up. I appreciate your support, my girl. She did. Miss Jackie say she forced herself on him. Only thing he is that money when it come around every month in the fruit roll ups. That's what got his ASS in trouble. Yep, that's what got him in trouble, girl. That's what got him in trouble. But now he got to deal with that trouble for at least 18 to 25 years. 25 if they go to college. Okay. He can get ready. What's up, favorite QT? Both of baby. Wait, let's see. Hold on. You said both of the babies' faces are shown on her live, and Lord have mercy is. I never seen it, y'all. I only seen. You know what? We didn't finish the live yesterday. That's why. All I seen was, if y'all remember, I played some of it on my live yesterday. So all we really seen, and I think it was because she wasn't talking. That's probably why we turned it off. Because I normally be able to watch the clips before, but my sources normally when she go live, my sources will send me in clips that are, important. The clips that actually saying something. But the fact that we had to literally watch it, all that pausing and not saying nothing, we just got off. So I didn't see the other part because I see y'all saying both of the baby faces were shown. So I didn't see that. And that, y'all, now that I think about it, she could have did that on purpose because of the day before she said, Johnell said that somebody said, when are we going to see the twins in her live? And she said, I'm going to honor the father's wishes. He don't want them online. But then the next day, which was yesterday, boom, look what happened. Both of the baby's faces then popped out. So, but think about it. They face been out, even though, they didn't change now because babies change drastically, at least over a course of a week once they first born. So they probably look totally different from that picture that came from her Snapchat video. That my coffee get cold so fast. Hey Kim Kobe. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh, ew, he be putting boogers on the wall. What? Where you been, Simone? That she been put that out here. Matter of fact, like I said, if y'all, but you gotta be. I feel like you have to be an OG in the saga to know this, because Mick Styles was one of the first ones that was really close with her behind the scenes. They fell out. That was one of the first fallouts that she had. And then it act like a domino effect after that. After she fell out with Mick Styles, everybody else started falling out with her. Like, child. But that's what happens when you link with people for the wrong reasons, when it's not genuine. They was linking, all off of the hate of the ex-husband. So, hey, that's what happens. When you do stuff like that, God reveals in due time. But McStyles put out some messages, and Brie was basically saying how, and that was early on in her and Janastro's relationship. She was saying how she didn't think she wanted to date him no more. That was when he first started putting the boogers on her arm and on her wall and fighting everywhere. And then she seemed like I can't do this, but she did it for at least another year. Okay, listen. That was your sign right there to flee, baby. Flee, flee, girl. If a ninja show you something like that early, like you would think that he would wait till the relationship is at least 6 months in to start putting boogers on your arm. That is a disgust. He already looks stink. He look, y'all. He looked like one of those ninjas that just don't never be clean. I ain't saying take a shower or whatever, so, which we don't know that, but he Chatty was talking about that on her live the other day. If y'all seen that black and white picture that he posted on his page. If you look at that picture, especially when he don't get a haircut, he don't shave, he just looks stank. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He just don't he just don't look like he keep himself up. That's just my opinion. 4 kids didn't keep a man, so why would she think that 2 more would? Some women think like that, y'all. Unfortunately, some women think like that. Ark Ark Arkansas, Yolanda says, my bad. It was all together. My daughter dad didn't want nothing to do with her, but now he in prison. He wants me to drive 3 hours to bring her to see him. Oh wow. That's tough, especially I feel like it's hard to determine if it's genuine when they go to jail, because why is it that you wait till you go to jail? Most ninjas, when they go to jail, they become a Muslim and stuff like that, and then they want to get things right. But it's hard to determine if it's genuine, because why not before? Why you wait till you go to jail to want to get it right? So I understand. Hey, Miss Murphy, you say you back? How did she kiss him? I listen, I don't know, y'all. Just the thought of that. Hey, sunshine. Yep. And she came out and said it. She said she put gas in his car. They filling up gas tanks and ish. And if y'all remember, Queen Steph put out the video when he was headed to her event. That's when he bought them flowers. And if y'all remember, that's the same video where he was caught on camera sticking his finger somewhere. Y'all, if you know, you know. I ain't gonna go into detail, but that clip went viral. Okay. And she tried to clean it up. And I forgot what she said on her story, but that clip went viral of him putting his fingers down there while she was wearing that dress. And, he tried to play it off, but baby, everybody didn't caught it. But that's the same premiere. I mean, not premiere. It was a magazine cover release party that she had, and he was showing up with some flowers, child. And if y'all remember the messages, Dawn put out the messages where it was the group message with her and the friends, and she was saying, y'all get in Johnell inbox and tell him you better show up for my friend for her event. You better go all out like she did for yours. She had to tell her friends to tell him to go all out, make sure he show up for her event. Don't forget. Like you gotta that is just little stuff like that. If he had to be reminded to do something special for you because you always going all out for him, he's not the one. He ain't the one, baby. Because a real man gonna step. A real man gonna remember every keen detail when it comes to y'all relationship. Not every, because men don't remember like women, but for the most part, they're gonna remember the important stuff. And if they do forget, they're gonna make sure they make up for forgetting it. Okay? But that's a real man. You gotta make sure you're dealing with a real man, not your nostrils. Because your nostrils gonna make you put gas in his car to show up to your stuff. Okay? And that's the sad part. That was the same event, y'all. Same event. Because Queen Steph posted the video of him running out of gas. And he put that online. He put that online of him running out of gas. So it really happened. She had to put some gas in his car for him to get to her party, which is real sad. Even the video, matter of fact, this is in members only. I don't think I posted this one. Did I post it publicly? I probably did, but it's probably members only now. But it's a video that a source sent me. Shout out to this source because this source was actually in Zara, the store Zara. I think that's how you call it. In Georgia at the same time as Jonash, and she videoed him returning some clothes that he had just wore back to Zara, and I posted it. Y'all, they done had some good. When I tell y'all some funny stuff that happened in this saga, child, he even mentioned it. But you see, he don't take everything to heart like Laonia do. She can't handle the internet. Janash was make a joke out of it because when that video came out, he made a joke out of it. He was on live with her, and he was like, I think that was around the time they had their 1 year anniversary dinner, and he was like, telling her something about going to Zara or something. And he was like, well, yeah, y'all make sure y'all get her on video like y'all did me returning them clothes. So he know how to handle it because he on the internet. Hey, Tina Love. What's up, my girl? Y'all, it's so much didn't happen. This saga is funny. It was demonic, but it also had a lot of funny moments. Hey, Ved. Let me see if I can make it down the comments with y'all to catch up. Grandma Jet ain't landed yet. She might be in Mexico. You see how y'all got me cutting up? Listen. I'm sorry, Key. We not mean, I swear. They just might listen, my people just be a little on edge. We didn't dealt with a lot in this saga. They gonna pop off quick, baby. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Alexis. Why everybody done seen a picture of the babies? You ain't seen it, Miss Jackie. It's been floating around. You gonna see them soon. Like, only you gonna clock them coins now. She ain't gonna hide them too long. I told y'all the babies already popping out. Sometimes you gotta, how that song go? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show a ninja. And just see it and already popped out. They say a layer popped out too on the same live, but I didn't see that far. Hey, Sid. Sid say, hey, look, I can chat. He will be back. He needs another painter out from London. Y'all know LaOnya brought the coat for Christmas. She had the pink and white one. Look back at it. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to check into that. It's on her live. The baby head just about hit the floor. Not you exaggerating, Simone. I seen that clip. Simone, not the floor, girl. I seen that clip. That you really exaggerating. I wonder if she still thinks she's that girl. Ooh, she should. Every woman should feel like that. I don't feel like no woman should have low self esteem because then these ninjas be taking advantage. Look at the situation she in now. Just unfortunate. Hey, Miss Mel Mel. He's childish putting boogers on the wall. Bree, you can't raise a man. Let that go. And she said that in the messages. She didn't say it like that, but she said something about his mama should have finished raising him or so. hmm Miss Patricia ain't finished raising him. Especially her girls. Bree has to make a example. Y'all, it's not me. I don't want y'all to think I'm sounding. Miss Dorothy must have had a spell check or you was typing fast, and I read it just like that too. They probably say, "Rock don't know how to say example." I'm gonna start pinning y'all comments like that too, so these people don't think I'm crazy for her girl, and she not doing a good job. Hey Cindy, you say she wait, hold on. She just thought by having her another man's baby was gonna rid her feelings for Robert and it had nothing to do with Johnell. She needed to validate her feelings of being over her ex. I kinda agree with that. Yep. I kinda agree with that. Cause a little birdie said that she was still, wanting her husband for a long time, even even with Janostrals up until recently, and that's why she was still subbing Latruth and all of that. And I believe that because, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that happened that didn't make it to the internet, child. It's a whole lot. Hence why Janostrals was so intimidated by Latruth. People didn't see that. People believe what they want to believe. They take what she say and they run with it. But they wasn't knowing the whole truth. They wasn't knowing everything. Child. That girl still wanted her husband. That's why you think about it. It's times throughout this saga, y'all, where all would say and we would say, like when you over somebody, especially if you claiming that person was the worst person in the world to you, they did all these horrific things to you. You not still dwelling on that. You not still doing things to make and that just her coming out and saying that she got with Janostrals as bound to make her ex not to make him jealous, but to make him feel she didn't want X no more. She tried to say she did it for Johnell. But no, you did it for yourself too. Because you wanted to prove the internet wrong. So y'all both had motives getting into that fake relationship. They both had motives. They both knew what they was doing. That's enough right there to let people know that because if you gotta prove that type of point to X, then you not over them. You're not over them. Because the person who is really healing and trying to move on, they not doing all of that. They not doing all. They definitely ain't gonna jump into no new relate. Now they might, like they say, you gonna get up on the one to get over the other one, but they ain't gonna jump into no full fledged relationship. No, they gonna have a little fun, and you gonna keep it pushing. But it ain't gonna come to the internet. So that was your biggest mistake. That was your biggest mistake because you didn't want the internet to see you go through another full fledged breakup, but you wanted the internet to see you flex on your ex though. But guess what? God say, "Come here, let me give it to you both ways." So now you flexed on the internet and you still went through another breakup. Because you can't do people just no any kind of way. You knew that it wasn't right for you from the beginning, but you still proceeded with it and made babies with them. Child, listen. Now, just like he gotta deal with her, she gotta deal with him for the rest of her life too. That's the crazy part. They are both each other's karma. Hey, Miss Brenda, make sure y'all hitting that like button for your girl. We got 503 in the building on our little late night chat, little entertainment. Hit the like button. If y'all can't help me with my goal, help me with my little super goal. But if not, just run them lights up for your girl. That's all I ask y'all. Hey, Miss Lisa, she needs to put that ran through coochie. Y'all get on my nerves. On ice. Ooh, Lord, you ain't got no chill, baby. Hey, Miss Trina. Did I say Miss Trina? Hey, Latoya. No Pac. She and Georgia Peach needs a man that will help all around. They both need support. I agree. Like you, but you gotta be this thing though. She don't need to go into no more relationship without healing first, and she needs to be by herself. But if you're at a point of codependency where you can't be by yourself, she gonna have it hard forever. She gonna have it hard forever. But the first step is trying to heal, and she can't heal. She can't heal properly with a man around because that's her triggers right there. The trauma it comes from men, the men in her life. So she need to go somewhere, sit down, and heal without being codependent on a man because you can't focus on yourself because it hurts. Ain't nothing out healing, baby. Okay, because you acknowledge all those traumas, so it's not a pleasurable type of thing. But you gotta be willing to go through it to get through it. So, um, let me see, let me see, let me go down. Hey, Miss E. Hey, Miss Diane. You say she is no Kiki Wyatt. La Onya lost. Ain't no regular man potential gonna wife her. All she'll ever have is slides or D beats and bums. I say she for one, y'all. I ain't gonna say she can't get no man because child, anybody can get a man. Okay, listen, but a valuable one that's of standards, one that has holds value, a good one. Okay, that's where it's gonna be hard. That's where it's gonna be hard because she has too much baggage, and then to not even try to heal from her trauma and all of that. Ain't no good man of value messing with it. Like they ain't on that type of time. They gonna want somebody on their level. So she gonna have it hard. But if she does decide to date again, it need to be somebody like I said, uh, Walmart, Taco Bell, maybe a construction worker offshore. Not even offshore because she can't deal with the distance. Like she's codependent. She need them around, baby, or she gonna have a problem. So I don't know, y'all. But she about to flash on them on the internet. She about to cut up. She didn't drop them babies. Now she ready to cut up. Single again. Back on the prowl. It's coming. Chillaxing with T in the building. Queen T, Miss Love. Shout out to y'all. DBASS. Shout out to you. I didn't want to read the ASS part. Look at the pic when she was having the baby. Neither of them seem happy. We as women can't do what men do, especially when we have multiple kids. She bringing back her 3 or 4 days. We can't. We can't. Even though we want to be uh seen as equals and rightfully so, but in that department specifically, no, it's impossible. A woman start cutting up like that, baby, she gonna be labeled all kind of 304s. A man start cutting up like that, he gets praised. So and who would even want that as a mother of six? Like, why would you want to go toe to toe with him in that department? You know how you make him feel it. You boss up, you get your ish together, and you go heal. Then he gonna feel it. And work on your self esteem. That's how you. That's how you show him sup. Not go be a 304 like him, child. Let me see. He probably did say keep them off the internet, but she trying to piss him off by posting them since he said, hey, yep. And it won't be long. It won't be long before she shows the full face. Thank you, Miss Moon. I appreciate your support, my girl. It won't be long, y'all. I'm telling you. Let me go down. Trying to get to the bottom, y'all. Y'all be coming through with them comments, child. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Jaisha. Let's see, y'all confused. Y'all think she got twins. She a liar, but I believe it. And maybe something is wrong, but I think it's two. I'm just saying she got twins, y'all. Some people don't believe it, and like I said, I will never fault nobody for not believing it because people don't believe her because she lies so much. And until she actually shows both of them their faces, it's gonna be a lot of people who don't believe it. I believe she do. I have reason to believe she do, but I can't make nobody else believe it. If y'all don't want to believe it, then I'll never be mad at y'all for that at the end of the day. Because she lied like a rug. So it is what it is, and she gotta deal with that until she decides to come out and show both of them, then she gonna have to deal with those opinions. And that's based off her past actions. Hey Miss Lolo, hey Tammy. Let me see. Betsy seemed like her whole focus was on her body versus the health of the baby. Snapback is nothing compared to a life of issues, etc. Sad. I'm just saying facts. Facts. Like that should be the least of your worries. Worry about getting back, first of all, mental over physical any day. That's the crazy part. You was just on a live telling us about crying about postpartum and a mom guilt. Now you out here throwing on fajas, talking about you finna pop out and drop it like it's hot, child, and the get back gonna be get backing. The internet behavior is bipolar. Okay, listen, everything for validation. Everything is surrounding him. Like anything she posts, it has, even if it's indirect, it always got something to do with him and his behavior. Y'all best believe it. Any and everything, child. Even the crime. The mom guilt, yeah. Yeah, right. Being that small with twins and the focus is a flat stomach, baby is not worth delays and disabilities. I hope they're okay, but I'm just saying it's sad. Yep. It shouldn't be her focus. Not right now. Not right now. Focus on getting it together. Hey, my Karen, love you. Let me see. And the fact that that's the first thing he said, go to the gym, shaking my head, sad. She didn't gain weight, etc. I hope they're okay. I think it's two though. I think it's because she was so small and they were extremely underweight. Extremely underweight. And she posted a let me see. I think this was on Snap. I think my source said this from Snap, but it's a video of her holding the baby. Yep. And I don't know if it's the boy or the girl because the outfit is like gender neutral. So the baby is real tiny. It's real tiny. But they gonna gain their weight fast because she breastfeeding. So y'all know them breastfed babies, they pick up their weight fast. They pick up real fast. Um Y'all get on my nerves, I swear. Some of them comments, child, y'all be tearing her up, child. Talk about the saga longer than her feet. Hey, Christina, what's up, my girl? Dreamy girl in the building. So, y'all, outside of her first baby daddy, the sleepy cocker spaniel, he's still over there cutting up. I don't know if y'all know that. Hey, integrity, you say I don't get it. I thought if a woman has her father in her life, she'll be secure, not validation from a man. She has Walter. But you know what? I can't say just because they have their father that's basically solidifying their insecure, I mean security, because at the end of the day some dads don't do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have him there, but he's not validating certain things that need to be validated while you're growing up. Some dads ain't around even though they're there. Maybe he wasn't that type of father. So I don't know, child. I don't know, y'all. Robert was a good man. She fumbled it. I agree. He wasn't perfect, but he was definitely a good husband. Nobody has a perfect marriage. That's the crazy part. You gave up an imperfect marriage for a wide nostril, promiscuous ninja turtle, broke ninja turtle. Like you, child, you had a man that was helping you. And that's what gets me about the sleepy cocker spaniel over there, the AKA first baby daddy. He talks cash money ish. But sir, this man is over here putting your baby mama through HELL, even with new babies, and you still have yet to say a word to him. That's what lets me know he's another one who only do it for the clout, the motion, and the validation. Because if y'all notice, when RH was with Bree, Sleepy was unheard of. You didn't hear from him. He ain't say nothing. And that's one of the things that LaTrue told him. He said, why you didn't say nothing when I was with her? When I was married to her, we couldn't find you. Now, since we divorced, you got so much to say, and that's the truth. Like, dude, where you come from? But this man over here, the current man, you worried about the ex-husband that did moved on. While you're cheering in the house with a nigga that'll tell her in front of your kids, F you and them cheering. Taking games back, punching her son in the chest, and you ain't got nothing to say, but it take a village. Okay, okay, yeah. I didn't know that people in the village be telling cheering F them. That is the weirdest thing ever to me. That's why I could never take him serious. Now, if you really trying to be, a father and handle your business, that's different. But it's given you're doing the exact thing that you're claiming other men are doing. All we see now, you want to be an internet daddy, like you try to talk about RH. What you call what you doing? Like, make it make sense. What you say? Let's say no pocket. Did she say those things recently? What things? What you talking about, girl? Because I be trying to catch up in the comments now. Let me see. Let me go down so I can catch up to y'all, so I can tell y'all what Sleepy said. Hold on. Hey, Melissa. We didn't know who Sleepy was. Facts. He was trying to be a father to absent daddy kids, and she walked when the going got rough. Yep. Yep. Sure did. Now she paying for it. She's paying for it. You claim your husband wasn't this and that. Now you really got that. You really got a ninja that ain't this and that. Who dropped the T? He punched her son. Um, Dawn and a few others. Dawn and a few others. People that was, close connection behind the scenes with her. Because it was multiple people on their phone call whenever Bree blurted it out. But it was in text messages and everything. So Sleepy over there, y'all. It's like, dude, you made a post the other day and you said that RH ain't special. You gonna talk about Lil Nas X, LaTrue and Pookie or Ray Ray from down the road. But when is Pookie and Ray Ray and Lil Nas X gonna get talked about? Because as of now, all we see on your page is LaTrue. And that's weird. Like, it's given personal and it's given weird. Now it's a difference if you really talking about a bunch of other people, but you're not. And it's getting to the point where his own supporters is telling him it's weird. Why is you bothering this man? He ain't around your kids no more like that. Like, child, this is the weirdest thing, y'all. So let me see what he said. Let me find it because I did screenshot it. He made a whole post, of course. He trying to get people to Bible study. Bree foot meet sleep. Sugar boy need to move in together. Broke those chains off, and I tip my hat to that man for walking away from her for good. Yep. Yep. Where's that post? Hold on, let me see, y'all. Is this it? No, it's not it. I might have went too far. Hold on, bear with me. Dang. Let me see. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for your girl. Why I can't find it? I'm probably overlooking it. Okay, I found it. So he says, y'all remember when RH dressed like it's a character that he played with the white beard, not the white mustache, white eyebrows, a Rufus or something like that. I think it's a Rufus character that RH played. He had glasses on, and the video was titled "I will not pay child support unless he pays child support." Right, rightfully so. When RH made that video, he was talking about sleepy because, dude, you got 3 kids with this woman. He got one. You gonna put the man on child support, and we all know the reason why she put RH on child support. Because if you ain't gonna put the one that you got 3 kids with on child support, that can't really help you financially, because he spilled his own tea about that when he tried to come at me and saying he worked a little 9 to 5 for the white man, like he said, and he had 7 kids total. He spilled his own tea, basically saying he can't really do nothing. And not to mention, Laura told us too when she came on TikTok talking about him and saying how that little 300 y'all giving us every blue moon ain't helping nothing, and y'all be forgetting about y'all kids that y'all got outside of y'all household. Yes, she said all of that. Hey, Laurie, she said all of that. So I guess that he must have felt a way about that video. And keep in mind, this video is old, y'all. So my thing is, why this matter of fact, I think LaTrue made this video definitely over 7 months ago. Why not respond to it when it was posted, right? You wait until now to want to say something. That's what's making it weird. Hey, Casharel. So he says, I think it's absolutely ridiculous for those that say, hey, Fresh, don't give him your attention, especially you Lee supporters. After me being quiet and watching this dude come for me for years, right? You was worried about me paying child support if you had to while mean this is what he put while I was teaching my kids the Bible, keeping the Passover. That's why we had our holy garments. By the way, I wore it better, my G. Oh my God, y'all. I didn't even read this post until now. He's thinking that the shirt thing that he had on, that LaTrue had on in the video, he's thinking that LaTruth is mocking him. Dude, that's a whole character. He called that character Rufus. Why would he be, if he was gonna mock you, why would he put the glasses on? You don't wear glasses with the mustache and the eyebrows. He been playing this Rufus character for a while and talking in a different language, like you know what this remind me of, y'all? When somebody'll catch a sub from you, they think you subbing them, and you subbing somebody completely different. Because they don't like you, they catching other people's subs. That's what I'm getting from this. Dude, that man ain't mocking you. And I would have said the exact same thing. You talking about he been coming at you for years. What about your baby mama? She's the reason why. And she the one been coming at you for years. Up until y'all made up. Why you not mad at her? That's the part that don't make sense. The only reason why RH even know about your lack of fatherhood and financial support is because of her. Because of your baby mama. But you got so much to say to him, but not your baby mama. But you exposing your true colors now. Because in the last post he made, y'all, he was basically saying it wasn't nothing personal. He was just teaching the word to those who needed to repent, right? But now in this post, you coming at people that's saying don't give him your attention while you saying he been coming for you for years. Now he gonna give you something you don't want. Because in my opinion, you ain't really built like that. You ain't really built like that. But you gonna get what you looking for. I can see it happening. So he say, by the way, I wore it better, my G. We've been doing with ridiculousness for almost 130 Bible episodes with no views, using multiple people and whatever goes against the word of God. So RH is not off limits as well. Oh, so nothing off limits? This what I want y'all to do, y'all. This what I want y'all to do. Okay? Go under that post he got, since he say nothing off limits, including RH, and ask him why he not talking about his baby mama. Since nobody is off limits, right? And she's literally living a lifestyle that goes completely against what he's preaching. Why is it that you don't speak on her? Is it a conflict of interest? That's why nobody take you serious, because you say this and you say that, and oh, I'm gonna speak on this person, whoever I feel like needs to repent. Shouldn't you start closest to home? Don't you think it'll be easier for you to reach somebody that's close? Start with your family first, including your baby mamas. Her being the main one, because it's very conflicting that those babies are being raised in two totally different type of households. With you, they raised around your religion, right? And with her, they're raised around a Bruce. They raised around a Ninja Turtle who disrespects them and their mother, comes and goes as he pleases. They raised around a whole lot of unpeaceful ish over there. They raised around a mother who walk around in booty shorts, boobs all out, booty cheeks hanging out, just dressing how she want in front of her sons. That's what they raised. So that's, you would think you would want to go over there first, right? Teach the word to her first and make her repent first, rather than coming for somebody who don't even want your advice. You don't want your advice? The people don't want your advice? Let people find God on their own terms. And here's the thing. Everybody don't practice the same religion. And if y'all notice, with all these different religions, most of these religions, these people they have different gods, basically. And their perspectives of what, their version of God entails. So how do you know that people even want to go that route, sir? Because you got what? Buddha, you got the Israelites, and what do they call God, y'all? Yahweh or Yahashua, that. You got what the Chinese represent? What is their God? I don't know. But listen, y'all, it's just the audacity for me. Hey, Giselle, thank you, my Karen, for that super and that cash app. Love you. Thank you for your support, my girl. Like, make it make sense. Who are you to try to teach somebody anything when we still want to know why you sick them pit bulls on that girl and them cheering? We still want to know that. Before you try to teach us anything, can you tell us why you sick pit bulls? To prove to your wife, y'all. Long you said wife. She said you sick pit bulls on her and them cheering to prove to your wife that those kids weren't yours. And then she said, which is ridiculous. So can you answer that? Because when LaTrue asked you if that was true, you told him that it goes against your religion to speak on stuff like that from your past. So in my opinion, that was an admission of guilt. You ain't say, oh, no, that ain't true. I ain't did that. You said I can't speak on it because it's against my religion. That is crazy. But you need to start in home first. You would think that would be on the top of your priority list just based off the fact that your kids is being raised in that environment, sir. And and from what I'm hearing, it's a whole lot more going on over there that, listen, who better hope it don't hit the internet. I'm going to say that. Who child, y'all? So he say the gold show My people, their transgression, they will repent and stop putting BS out on the internet that's disrespecting the word of God. For my supporters team, God is only up from here. Time to turn it up a notch for the Lord. Psalms 94:16, who will rise up for me against the wicked? Who will take a stand for me against evildoers? Sir, the fact that you think you know what? It's him. He can make something shake. Like he thinking that him doing a video episode, a Bible study with a couple people in it, that's going what are you gonna accomplish against this man? So look how conflicting it is. You okay with the men as long as she with him, but the minute they break up, you want to start going after the man. But her and Janashos then broke up several times, and you still have yet to speak on any of the allegations that came from the internet and her, because she put it on the floor about him. Let me guess, you check that behind the scenes, but you don't want to put it on the internet like everybody else. No, no, we want to see you stand on big business, real business, sir. Especially when it comes to them babies. Stand on it. You should be concerned about how your kids are being raised in that home before being concerned about strangers on the internet. You would think that would be your first concern. Why you trying to play oblivious and act like oh, it's all good. I FaceTime them every day, y'all. It's good. Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, the Lord, I FaceTime every day. I talk to them. So they good. Child by they need more than a FaceTime call. Just because they say they good, we already know that they got the type of mama that's gonna make them lie. She done made them mature and lie several times. Okay. That's why when you FaceTime, whenever the stuff happened with Josh, when Janosh was punching him in his chest over them shoes, and you FaceTimed him, and he said, "Oh, nothing happened," and then you start saying, "Oh, it take a village to raise some cheering," using it as an excuse for a man caving in your son's chest is crazy work. Instead of you didn't even have the decency to drive there and stand on business. There's no way in HELL something like that could happen to my child, and I'm a FaceTime my child. No, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up, and we're gonna get the business clear about mine for sure. You allowed your baby mama who lied to tell you it was all good. But guess what? She was behind the scenes telling her friends that it wasn't. That's why you should have pulled up, sir. That is crazy. I just don't understand him, y'all, because he's showing more and more every day that he's doing this for validation. Talk about he doing God's work. God ain't told you to go harass LaTrue. Listen, it's too many. It's a whole lot of souls that need saving. So you mean to tell me you gonna focus just on your baby mama ex-husband? That is cringe. Okay, that is obsessive. How your wife feel about that? Cause that's a little too personal. You should be focusing on that deranged. What's another word? Dysfunctional household that's over there right now. That should be your focus. That should be your focus. Not the man who's no longer there. I can't pull up to an address that he doesn't allegedly know. Listen, he probably don't. Listen, he probably don't. But it's just the fact, y'all, like, come on now. He doing too much. Every post is about RH now. That is so cringe to me. He making it so obvious. Then trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm just, I'ma save every soul I can. God told me to do this. God ain't told you to go after your baby mama ex-husband. If that's the case, why you didn't do it while they was married? Because you didn't want no problems with her. We ain't crazy. That's why you won't tell her nothing. That's why you too scared to say anything to a man that she's dealing with in that moment because you don't want those problems with her. You don't want to get put on child support. So you let her slide with any and everything. Because we already know you're not okay with the twerking on the internet or the being half dressed on the internet because the videos on your TikTok shows that you're not okay with that. But you ain't putting your baby mama on blast though. You ain't putting her on with ridiculousness. Bible study episode 131. You ain't putting her on that one. We want to see her episode. Tell us how you feel about her twerking with bikinis on and riding a fake pony to Sierra. Give me one margarita, I'ma open my legs. How you felt about that with the fruit roll up and the twerking at the end? Can we get an episode on that one? How y'all? We we want to see how he felt about that one. Give me two margarita, I'ma give you some HEA. Exactly, Miss Melissa. He ain't fooling nobody. Dude, if you don't go sit down, RH ain't doing half of the things your baby mama. You don't see RH on his page twerking or showing his private areas. Like, sir, please go have several seats if you not going. And that's, you know what? If he was to do, and I'm going to tell y'all this, if he was to do an episode on his baby mama, because he do it on women just like her, just to throw subliminals at her. But he won't step to her directly because he's scared of putting them people in his life. Because if she'll put RH on child support and Johnell is coming up next, what makes you think she won't double back just because y'all kids is of age? They still got a couple years, still got a good amount of years to collect child support from you. The only matter of fact, the only reason why you ain't on child support is because she knows she ain't gonna get ish. You already got 7 sharing. And if those other baby mamas got you on child support too, they calculate all that. So she probably would get, if $300 a month, $100 per child. That's why I promise you, if we was talking about somebody in the industry, basketball, football, professional, you know, I guarantee you that man will be on child support. But because he's a typical baby daddy, that's the only thing that saved him. It ain't because, oh, he been taking care of his kids, he been handling his business. Child, for 6 years that we, the people, know of, you was nowhere to be found. That was enough reason it's alone for her to put you on child support. But guess what? That's why I say you should be thanking RH. But because he was handling his business as a husband and not secluding her kids that he didn't father, she didn't have to go put you on child support because she had a husband that was handling his business, making sure home was good and the bills was paid. Christmas tree stayed full of presents. That girl wasn't just doing it by herself like she wanted the internet to think. Child, bye. Y'all seen them wigs she was wearing in the beginning? That ain't wigs from somebody that got a whole lot of money. Like, make it make sense. And I ain't even saying that to be funny. Because y'all know I be laughing. I'm very goofy, okay? I'm saying that as a fact. That girl ain't always had it like that. And RH didn't either. But RH wasn't broke either. He wasn't broke. He had millions of followers. He paved the way for a lot of these CCs and influencers. So you gotta keep it above. That's the only reason why Sleepy is not on child support. It ain't because he been handling his business and stepping up, because his own baby mama, that's where we got it from. That's where we got the fact that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to, that he was null and void. I could play a clip right now for y'all, but I don't want to because I'm gonna get demonetized because she cussed. Where RH was in, they was in the car, and RH was talking about bitter baby mamas, and she cut him off and said, something about, how did she say that, child? She was like, women would DIE to have a husband like, no, to have a baby daddy like my husband. She said, I mean, women will literally DIE, and she stressed it again, to have a baby father like my husband. And she said, but I ain't got to worry about that ninja no more because I have my husband. If you know, you know that clip I'm talking about because I didn't put it in several videos. She cut RH off when he was talking about bitter baby mamas just so she can say that. And she meant that. She meant that. So you didn't get put on child support because she had a husband that was having his business. And not all men like that. That's how you know he was a real man, because some men, they don't care if they marry you or not. They gonna tell you, you better go put that ninja on child support. Make him take care of his children. You know what Ari said? Forget him. You don't need him. I'm your husband. Whether they my kids or not, I'm gonna take care of you and them. And that's why you didn't get put on child support, sir. It wasn't because you always been active and been there. No, you wasn't. It was very important viral moments that came out, and you still was nowhere around. Like when your middle senator, the little chocolate one, what is his name, y'all? Isaiah, when he went viral for being bullied at school, allegedly, because we still don't know if that actually happened, because Laura, you be lying, child. Even with the video, when they went on that news episode, they had Isaiah Hampton, not Donaldson, Hampton. Where were you? Because from what I know, that is a moment. Moments like that are moments when a parent really steps, y'all. That was a moment where I don't care if you working, you take off. Especially if you're gonna be on TV. Where were you when that happened? Did you not? Are we the only ones seeing that episode when your son was on national television with another man's last name? Make it make sense. Or when Lauren was in the car with LaTruth and he was taking her to get a birthday present for her birthday. It was just him and her. And LaTruth sung happy birthday to her. And she said, Daddy, I almost cried. And he said, You almost cried. And she said, Yeah, because of the song. Where were you? That was a viral moment also. Where were you when Lanya did that live and said that Lauren will stay up all night long when her daddy is gone at events, La Truth, until he gets back so he can tell her he love her and tuck her in at night because she didn't feel right going to sleep until her daddy was in that house. Where were you, sir? While you over there talking about he ain't really raised your children because no Bible was involved. Child, you know how many households? I ain't gonna even go there. I ain't, y'all ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. But baby, I guarantee you, it takes more than just a Bible to raise some children. Okay, listen, Linda. It takes way more than a Bible. A Bible will not pay that light bill. While you trying to downplay the financial part of it, and that's not me downplaying God, y'all, because I'm a spiritual person. I I definitely believe in God. I have a relationship with God. I don't play about God, baby. But listen, at the end of the day, the way he putting it as if just because RH did it financially, it's downplayed because he feel like the Bible wasn't involved, right? No, they was going to church and everything. Probably until whole deacon situation. If y'all remember, they had an issue with the deacon, but they was going to church. she was also throwing slugs when she said a man gonna provide for his baby mama and pay a light bill for a child. Facts. She said that's when she even brought up her husband. She said, "My husband, it don't matter what's going on. He she brought up him paying. She brought up the true paying a light bill. She said, I don't care what's going on. That light bill gonna get paid over there, and he's not in that home, regardless of other kids being in that home or not. If his baby mama need her light bill paid, he's paying that light bill because his daughter is in that home." She said that she was comparing her husband and great father, LaTruth, to the lack thereof when it came to her baby daddy. She was comparing. Where were you, sir? And it be the people in the comments for me, y'all. The ones that be saying, "Oh, we know you was always there." No, y'all didn't. Like, why y'all lying? We know he a clown. We know you always was there for your kids. Why are y'all lying? Y'all know doggone well. And I'm not even saying that because I support RH. It's a fact. That man was nowhere around. Nobody knew that those kids had a biological father until the separation. That's a fact. How could y'all have known when guess what? Sleepy didn't make a Facebook page until July of 2022. With not July. Wait, let's see. August. Yeah, July of 20. I think it was July or September. One or the other, which was a few months or a month before LaTrue and Bree separated. He didn't have a Facebook page before that. If he did, it probably was an old one, but it wasn't public. Because trust me, the sources didn't look, child. That man, if you go on his Facebook page, you can see when it was created. A month or two before RH and Bree separated. All in motion for the motives, child. But he been on TikTok. He been over there. Making his little videos and stuff. Judging people. He been over there. But not Facebook. He knew what he was doing. You said I never heard of that until her and RH and her separated. Facts. Nobody did. That's why I don't know. Unless they was real close to him or they was somebody from North Carolina, nobody knew that was not y'all. This is how you know. This is another reason why I call cap. I have a receipt in my phone right now. It's a post that LaTruth made. Let me find it. And I'm gonna tell y'all. It's a post that LaTruth made where he posts different pictures of him going to um but you know how they have the father events at the school, like donuts with dads, and you know how the father is a day that they dedicate for fathers to go to the school and meet their child, and they have like donuts or breakfast. So LaTruth posts two different photos, one when he was chubby with Isaiah, and then another one when he was skinny. Two totally different events, but both are father dedicated school events, right? And you got Bree in the comments saying, "Y'all twinning through thick and thin, King. I love my family so much. You change our lives for the better, and I'm so grateful to have you." Right? How you twin with somebody that's not your father? Like, she knew what she was doing. And I would always say, y'all, and this is before they separated, I would always say, "Dang, LaTrue, the little chocolate one looked just like you." And that was before I even knew that wasn't even really his kids. I would say that in his comments, like, "Oh, that's your twin." Not even knowing that wasn't even his real daddy. Because LaTrue never came out and said that. Never showed no difference or none of that. That's why I don't know why Sleepy over there fronting like, dude, if you don't go sit down, you causing unnecessary problems with this man for no reason. If this man posted something about the kids or something in his marriage, that's his experience. Just like with the adoption video. You can't get mad at that because that's what he experienced. Or you can't take his truth from him and say, I would never let nobody adopt my kids, so you know he lying. He lying. Just because the adoption didn't happen don't mean that she never told him that. That woman was pillow talking with her husband like crazy. Talking cash money ish about you, sir. Listen, y'all know for a fact, any woman that got a bitter baby daddy and she get a man who really handling his business, you best believe it's gonna be some pillow talking going on. We definitely gonna tell that man about how this man did us dirty. Okay? Our man gonna know, baby. So if you think for a second that this girl ain't talk her crap about you to her husband, hence, and y'all know I broke this down on a live one day. I broke it all the way down to a T, saying why LaTruth feel the way he feel about her baby dad in the first place. Because anytime a man has ill feelings towards an ex, it's because of a seed that was planted. This man went into protect mode. A husband is a protector. He's going to protect his woman physically and mentally. So if his woman is expressing how much you didn't do, the abuse that she endured with you, and dealing with the kids, that automatically sends that protector into protect mode. So guess what? I am going to be on that type of time when I see you or your name is mentioned. It is going to be ill feelings because I'm feeling what my woman feel because of what she expressed to me. So that's why he feel a way about you. It ain't because he's insecure. Who are you? He's the Dundada. Who are you? Nobody know who you is. That man been having millions of followers on social media sites. He been that Dundada. We didn't know who you were, sir. Why would he need to be jealous of you when your baby mama was telling him that you wasn't it? That pit bull that you left and went and married another woman. He need to be over there with all them fake chains on. Why would that man need to be jealous? I just don't get it. Like, why? I just don't see a man being jealous of another man because he got kids with that woman. Like, ooh, you got 3 kids with her. I want to have 3 kids with her too. Child, this man fought. First of all, RH didn't want no kids with her. He was good with raising just yours. He stole that baby from him. That man ain't want no kids with her. That alone should tell you it wasn't no jealousy like Johnell did. Because Johnell impregnated her because he was intimidated. That's why Johnell impregnated her. He wanted to baby mama her up because of his intimidation of RH, baby. But LaTruth didn't want that. And that's a fact. LaTruth didn't want that. LaTruth, when he said we good, I got 1 child, you got 3. That's enough. She stole that baby. And because he is the man that he is, he stayed with his wife and he handled his business, even though it was used against him later. How y'all get mad at a man for not wanting a baby that he said he didn't want before the baby even came? He didn't know she took out taking her birth control. He didn't know she was doing things to help her get pregnant. He didn't know that. That's things you're supposed to discuss with your husband. You can't blame a man for not wanting something that he didn't even know he was participating in. He thinking he just having sex with his wife. And they good because she on birth control. Like, make it make sense. That man got a whole vasectomy to prevent it from happening again. Okay? Child, okay, clock it. Clock it. That's the crazy part. He is not one of them. It's a lot of stuff. That's why I say, y'all, everything don't make it to the internet. It's a whole lot that don't make it to the internet. Sleepy better chill out. That man was not jealous. What would he need to be jealous of? That's the part I'm not understanding. What do you have besides a whole basketball team of kids Like some fake chains, 30-inch rims that played out in the 90s. Ain't nobody getting no 30-inch rims no more. I don't know where would the jealousy come in at? That's why I don't be understanding these people. Granted, RH had a little fall off because of what his ex-wife did, but he's still in a position where he don't need to be jealous of a a ninja from the. I'm trying to say this in a nice way. A ninja from the hood who who used to be a thug with multiple baby mamas, multiple kids, converted to an Israelite. Why would LaShrew need to be jealous of you? What do you have that he don't have? Even with his fall off, he still got more than you. Like, I'm not understanding. He he gave y'all baby mama back. He gave her back to you and he gave her to Johnell. Like, oh Lord. They got twisted. The game is so not so, baby. He better go sit down. And he got the nerve. I can't stand when people insinuate stuff like, Lee, me and you both know what it is, Lee. As LaTrue popped out like, man, don't even be saying that. What do we know? What do we both know? Trying to insinuate that LaTrue was jealous behind him anytime Bree mentioned his name. Dude, if you gonna take, only thing you could have done is taken care of your kids. That's the only thing you could have did for him is start taking care of your kids. Okay? What would he need to be jealous for of her mentioning your name? Now I could see this, y'all. I could see her saying his name to piss LaTrue off. I could see that because she give that type of energy. She gives that type of energy. Oh, I'm gonna tell my husband all these bad things about my baby daddy, and then when me and my husband get into it, I'm gonna throw my baby daddy in his face. I could see her doing that, and any man will get mad at that. I could see her saying, "Oh, because y'all remember," and this is how I know that's true. Think about the adoption video when her and RH was going back and forth, and she was like, "They're that good, they're that good," and the truth was like, "He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing." That man wasn't saying that for no reason. He don't do nothing because he don't do nothing. That little 300 he was giving you wasn't helping y'all in the mansions y'all was staying in, girl. I wouldn't even count that as child support. So you what can you do with $300 with three growing kids? I spend more than that on one child. I got three. Listen, $300, like I'm talking about really raising kids, really being invested into your kids that have extracurricular activities. You that parent that make sure they experience all aspects of life, extracurricular, sports, this and that and this. All of that costs. Kids ain't cheap when you really invested into your kids. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you could tell me $300 was helping because Laonia put it like he was only giving it every so often. You can't tell me that was helping with those bills that they had. We talking about celebrity status. When RH and Laonia was together, they wasn't living life. They wasn't living. They was living a damn near celebrity status lifestyle. That's when they was making the most of their money when they was together. That girl wasn't worried. I guarantee you, while she was with RH, she didn't need no money from her baby daddy. I guarantee you that. What she needed it for? RH was paying all the bills for the ones who be saying, "Oh, she paid all the bills." That's a lie. RH paid all them bills for the first 4 years of that marriage, and that's on audio with her agreeing. She didn't start paying bills till the last 2 years of the marriage when he fell sick with his cancer. That's when she started chipping in. But she should have been able to do that because he allowed her to stack all her money. He let her stack all her money while he paid everything. They was only together for 6 years. And I thought a marriage is supposed to be a partnership. If that ain't a good husband, and like sleep and try to say, oh, you were supposed to do that. You supposed to be there financially. He ain't had to do it for your kids. He married her, and granted, you do when you take on a woman who has kids, you take on her as a package deal. But you would think it would be some type of appreciation, some type of gratitude from a man doing that, because then she could get with a man like she is now, a man that's gonna mistreat your kids. RH didn't do that. He treated them like they were biologically his. That's why the internet didn't know that you even existed. But now she got one that mistreats her and your kids, and you ain't got nothing to say. Nothing. But you mad at the ex-husband. Sir, if you don't get off that payroll, that job is finished. Okay? People been saying you was on her payroll. It's over with now. That don't make no sense. When she paid for something, she threw it all back in Latrue's face. Facts. Hey, Empress E, baby. Tupac, do you remember the first pair of Jordans he had on the back of that motorcycle trying to sell them? I forgot. I forgot about that, y'all. He was selling them fake shoes. That's how you know his stuff ain't real. Dude, you was selling them fake Jordans that you probably got on DH Gate or something. I'm so weak. He so was, y'all. He had them shoes on the back of that motorcycle. Like, and you say you think this man jealous of you? Child, even with him being down, he's still doing better than you. That man ain't got no reason to be jealous of you. He left her. She didn't leave him. If you don't believe it, go read the divorce decree. She said in her response, because LaTrue filed, she said she was forced out of her marriage due to irreconcilable differences. That was her response. If you don't know what irreconcilable differences mean or being forced out of your marriage, keep in mind a woman on the internet saying they filed. If you filed, why did you respond to his petition and say that you were forced out of the marriage? They better wake up. Why would that man be jealous of you? That's crazy. Selling Jordans on the back on the back of your motorcycle. You talk about being jealous. Oh Lord, I'm so weak, y'all. I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off, y'all. I'm gonna watch my little show, child. But I love y'all. We had a good little talk on this good old Friday. I will be back tomorrow. I might do a members only live because I do need to do members only, y'all. So if y'all want to be in on, listen, the members only is raw and uncut, baby. Okay, we can cuss over there. So if y'all want to be in on that, make sure y'all grab a membership. If you are not a member of the channel and you would like to support me in that way, and get in on the exclusive conversation, the exclusive dialogue. We dig a little deep over there because there's some stuff I can't say publicly. But if y'all want to get in on it, grab that membership. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, even though it's almost 11 here. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
That goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always had a black hole. hoes. Whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah. They don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.